This is Alfred Telefera. We're here with MrTelefera.com with another interview. We are here live at Vapor Wise in Cordova, Tennessee. I'm chilling with the homie. He's upcoming producer, produced for people like Missy Elliot, Wave Chappelle. You might have heard of a couple of those names. We got the homie Webb in the building. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I thank you for shooting with me, man.
All right, no problem, man. No problem.
Now, we want to get with Webb's just a take on everything and anything hip-hop and rap and music, basically the culture. And we want to actually start out by getting a little information on him so y'all know who we talking to today. Now, you produce for a lot of people. Could you give us a couple of those names for some of the people you produce for?
Well, let's just start with Memphis. Don Tripp, Wave Chappelle, of course. Cold Wave, it's the homie. He not from Memphis, but Starlito, Young Dolph, Zed Zilla. I mean, most of Memphis, a lot of Memphis rappers and artists. You know what I'm saying? Not even just rappers, but R&B singers also. So it's been I produce for a lot of people.
Now,
around the city.
These are some of the, you brought up some of the staples who've been around in rap a long time in the Memphis area and just period, point blank period.
Right.
Now, how long have you been doing it?
Probably since I was about 13, so probably I've been doing music for a long 15 years. I say 15 years. Seriously 15 years.
Seriously 15.
Seriously 15 years.
How do you know when you have a talent at producing or at, how do you just, is it just come to you one day, or how do you really know when you're actually, you know, I'm actually good at this?
I mean, it's not, you don't like wake up and be like, I'm good at music. It's like it's got to be something that's in you. You know what I'm saying? Something that you practice. If you have a love for something, especially music, you have to grow. It has to grow with you. You have to grow with it. You have to work at it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I never just really thought, okay, well, I'm good at music. You know what I'm saying? I let my peers tell me whether I was good at music or not. And, you know what I'm saying? It just so happens that I became great at music. So.
And you've been mostly in the Memphis area with it. Now, you said Don Tripp and Starlito. Could you tell us, there's a couple names that come to my mind when I think of seriously in the studio and they're basically, you know, really about the business. Who was the most serious artist you work with? When they're in the studio, they're just trying to go with it, they're trying to get it, you know, it's kind of get that vibe from them.
I mean, a lot of artists, you know, are pretty serious. Like, you know, with the names I mentioned, you know, most of them are pretty serious. But the most serious person in the studio is probably Missy.
Missy?
She probably the most serious person in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Because she want to get it done, get it gone, on to the next.
Do you ever,
like that in that order.
Do you ever get inside of you? Do you ever feel your heart racing or anything like that? If you feel like you coming close to a deadline and she want it done or anything like that?
Yeah, she kind of got that effect. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel that.
Now, Missy,
But it's not like a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just that it's because it's Missy. She'll just, you know.
Now, Missy is an icon. How did that connect come about?
It was crazy. I just moved to Atlanta. I wasn't there a week, or I probably there like 2 weeks, and I got this homeboy named Wisdom. He signed with Timberland.
Really?
But that's my homeboy. So he called me, needed me to do some work in the studio with him, and I went to Missy house the first day, the day after he called me, I went, and after that I never left. I was with her for 2 years.
Now, you spoke about being in Atlanta. We're going to actually get you to just talk about music in general. You got so many artists who are hot in Atlanta right now. You got the Migos, you got Young Thug, which one of those artists you see out of any artist that's coming out of Atlanta? You got Rich Homie that you just see right now doing the thing and it's going to be around for a little minute.
My favorite right now from Atlanta has to be Rich Homie Corn.
Rich Homie?
Yeah, I think he's a great artist. I think that he has a great stage presence. I think he does smart music. He makes smart hooks, things that, you know, everybody can feel, everybody can attach to it quick. You know what I'm saying? He does catchy stuff. I think he's gonna be around for a while.
Now, what do you think with the people who say that his style is similar to a Future's or anything like that? Do you think that the styles are similar in any way?
Him and Future don't sound alike to me. Future is more auto-tune. Rich Homie Quan, it's like he's just a little more melodic, not singing, but just a little more melodic. I don't really hear auto-tune when I listen to Rich Homie Quan. So to me that's a huge difference. But that would be somebody that really studies music to be able to pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Because with the masses, they're gonna say, okay, he sound like Future because he sings, but I mean Future is more auto-tune than Rich Homie Quan is. I mean,
now you brought up auto-tune, where you being a producer and you being able to get a different outlook on music. What is your take on auto-tune and how it has impacted the rap game?
I think auto-tune is dope.
Really?
I really don't have a negative opinion about auto-tune because everybody expresses themselves differently. I mean, you got to think about it. From the beginning of hip-hop, rappers always sang. They always had some kind of melody with the music. Whether they just rap, it may sound horrible, but people would feel it because it was coming from that person. But then they created auto-tune, and you could sing, and if you could hear it, you know what key the music in. If it's in the right key, if you can make it match with the music and it sound dope, why not? That's how I feel about it. I mean, however you want to express yourself, you should. And if auto-tune is the way you want to do it, then go right ahead.
Now let's leave the South in Atlanta. Let's go over to Cali, and we got YG and we got DJ Mustard, who's doing this thing on a lot of beats, a lot of songs he has his hand in. What do you think about Cali, and are they coming back? Because they had dropped out for a little minute. We weren't hearing that Cali sound, but we're getting it a lot now with YG and with some of the artists. Then Gotti went out there and did a song that act right, that different kind of tune that Cali. What do you think about Cali and them coming back into the mix of things?
I'm rocking with all music.
Yeah.
I love the Cali sound. You know what I'm saying? It's always been there for me because I'm a huge Dr. Dre fan. From NWA on up. You know what I'm saying? So the new sound, like with the DJ Mustard, I think DJ Mustard is dope because he doesn't have too many sounds in the beat. It's always something catchy. The drum pattern is simple and people can vibe to it. That's how I feel about music. If you can vibe to it, then it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And it's proof that's true because look at Mustard right now.
Yeah,
he killing right now.
Yeah, he profiting. He making major bands right now.
Killing right now. He making killing right now for real. Now, YG dope too though.
Yeah. Now I guess we just going around the whole globe with it. Let's stop right here in New York and let's talk about 50.
Okay.
He got a new album that just dropped. What do you think about artists such as 50 who try to come back to rap after so many years? And it's so hard because rap has changed so much since 50 had that dope album, that music that we just love, those Candy Shop records and on that Massacre album and things like that. What do you think about artists who try? How hard is it for an artist who been out of the game and making that other money and trying to get back into rap? How hard is that, and what's your take on that?
I just think that no matter what time or what climate music is in, if you make timeless music, then you will always have fans. And you know what I'm saying? People will always remember 50 Cent for Get Rich or Die Trying. And times are different now. Music is different. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't actually heard the new album, but I'm sure that it's more current because I see that he got Gotti. You know what I'm saying? I saw the footage from Summer Jam, and Gotti was on stage with him, so I know it's got to be some different. You know what I'm saying? He's doing some different kind of music. You know what I'm saying? You have to match with the times. You don't have to stick to what you started with just because you feel like that's what you should do, you know what I'm saying? You can switch it up. Everybody doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought I would hear Diddy do a song called Big Homie. I mean,
yeah.
Just think about just the beat itself. That's a South beat.
Yeah.
That beat didn't come from New York, but the whole music industry makes South music now. So,
and is that a slap in the face to New York? Because they were the staple for so long for just rap, music, point blank, period, just where you get established at, New York, here and there. But now it's kind of, the last 10, 15 years, it has moved to the South.
I mean, just let the South know we dope, and we always been dope. Yeah. And we always going to be dope. That sound, you got to think about it. The 808 moves you in a certain way that no other sound in music can. You know what I'm saying? You can, it's not something you just listen to and you like, it sound dope. No, you feel it. Like an 808 is something that you feel. And the way the South move, we move a little slower, but the fact that we move a little slower with our music doesn't mean that you can't feel it because you listen to a more upbeat hip hop type of, you know what I'm saying, music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dope. And it's gonna, I mean, it's no other way to explain it. It's dope. Yeah. And if you can feel it in your soul, if you can feel the music, then you're always gonna vibe to it. You're always gonna vibe to it, no matter what it is.
Now, with you being a producer, could you give us your take on hip hop just in general? Like, what is the state of hip hop right now?
The state of hip hop. The state of hip hop right now is independent music makes a bigger impact than I guess label push music, because I say it's more real. You know what I'm saying? Instead of somebody telling you this is what you have to do, this is what you have to say, or this is the kind of music you have to do. So I love the state of hip hop right now, because anybody could make it big, especially if their music is dope. You know what I'm saying? It was a point in time where I just always remember conversations I've had with certain people, and there was a time when there was no internet. There were no social media sites. So the labels told you who the stars were. Now you have social media and anybody can become a star. But if it's dope, you're going to become even more of a star, like a bigger star, because the more people that attach to your music, and you just making your music, you just doing what you do on a regular basis. So, I mean, that's what hip hop is all about. Authenticity.
Seem like the
originality.
Seem like the independent route, they making more money at this point as well.
Yeah, an independent label would definitely, if you were an independent artist and you put out your own music, and you know what I'm saying, you didn't have to pay X amount of dollars back to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that was basically probably telling you what to do, then of course, yeah, you're going to make a lot more money, because the money comes directly to you and your company, and not like a middleman situation to where money is going to a record label, and then the record label paying you and paying 60 other people. And you will be the boss. The money would come to you, and then you would pay the people that you need to pay. You see what I'm saying?
Now, for those who don't know, everybody knows that a song has to get produced by somebody. Could you explain your role and what you actually have to do as a producer?
I kind of feel like a producer sets the tone for a record. You know what I'm saying? Without the beat, I mean, you can do a song with no music if you want to. It'd probably be, sometimes acapellas are dope. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you need a beat, you need something to make you feel like, okay, you need the energy. You know what I'm saying? We provide the energy. We provide the soundtrack to life. You know what I'm saying? The sounds, different variations of sounds, different cadences, all of that makes you feel a certain type of way, and that's why people make the songs that they make, because they hear the music, they hear the beat. And, we set the tone for that. We set the tone for the world. We set the tone people to be happy or sad or excited, or angry, or feel like they want to party or whatever. We set the tone.
Now, can you tell us some of the projects you got upcoming in the future? Who you working with? What we can be expecting from what?
Actually got a lot, going on right now. I got some dope stuff with Wave. You know what I'm saying? I got my other homeboy, Bino the Kingpin. He been making some waves in the music scene, and he got some dope stuff that's about to drop. Missy Elliot's artist Sheree J. I just did. Last year I did a record for her, but she about to drop like an EP. I did some on that. It's other artists. I got a few more things that I don't want to speak on yet.
You ain't gonna give it too much away.
If that's happening for sure or not. But trust me, the stuff that I got is dope.
Now, is Missy getting back in this? I don't know if you can get this away or not. Is she getting back in the studio and giving us another album, or is she just working with?
If I would call her and ask her right now, she probably wouldn't even tell me. Because one thing about her, I never seen nobody outwork her. Never. Because she's a legend, but she worked like she don't got nothing. Every day in the studio, every day. She used to get so mad at me because I would be in the studio too long and kick me out the studio. Put your ass out of here. Kick me out the studio because I'd be in the studio too long and she'd be ready to get in the studio.
What's that like? When you just sit back and think about that, that's a legend to work with. When you just sit back and chill and think about that whole experience, you say you kicked it at her crib. What is that like for you? Growing out of Memphis and, obviously having a dream big to get out, what is that like?
It was dope. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had in my life because, of course, she is who she is, a pioneer. Her and Timberland created a style that nobody could ever duplicate. You know what I'm saying? So that was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to be around somebody like that, of that stature, made me look at life a lot, just different. You know what I'm saying? And, it lets you know that it's possible. And it also let me know that I was dope, too. Because in order for you to be there, you have to be dope. No matter what.
I ask this question to a lot of people. How do you stay so humble, with what you're speaking on, and have you been able to grow and get out to Missy? How can you remain to be humble with so much going on, so many good things going on around you? How can you remain to be humble?
I am who I am. And I wouldn't let something I did define who I am. You know what I'm saying? You can be, would you ask a astrophysicist why is he humble? Maybe he's just a super smart person. Yeah. Just a normal person, but he's just super smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I do music. I love music. I love to do music. I love to be creative. And if that's the way that I get to, take care of my family and thrive on earth, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And, sometimes people, sometimes you feel like you want to let people, know, I did this, but why? Why bother? Why waste your time? You know what I'm saying?
Now,
God's not going to bless you like that.
Now, could you tell like young producers out here who trying to get to the level of where you're at or get close to your stature, what to do, the right steps to take, and what are the couple wrong steps to take in trying to make it and prosper?
The right thing to do is to be educated. First of all, you cannot get anywhere without an education. And that doesn't necessarily mean go to school and get 7 degrees. I'm saying be musically educated. Don't limit yourself to only listening to one kind of music. And if you listen to music, make sure that you study the music that you listen to instead of just listening to it and it sounds good to you. Know what the instruments are. You know what I'm saying? Know why this change happened in this part of the song. Know what a bridge is. You know what an intro and an outro to a song is. You know, you have to know what you're doing in order to become great. I mean, anybody can sit down at a computer and make a beat and it sound cool. But if you want it to sound great, you have to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Something wrong to do, I really can't tell you, you know, nothing wrong to do because everybody's going to make mistakes. I just say, you know, always keep the faith. Try to make the least amount of mistakes as you can. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. Be loyal to your people. Be loyal to your family. Be loyal to your music. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going, never stop, never quit, never give up.
Now, for somebody out there needing a track produced by Webb, is it? Can we give them that contact info, or is they gonna have to go through a couple? You got a couple levels to get through for they can get.
I mean, it's not a couple of levels. You can hit me at beatsbyweb@gmail. BEATSBYWEB@gmail, or you can hit me on Twitter, Web of the Machine, WEBOFTHEMACHINE. Okay, I spelled that, but Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of those are the same thing. So any of those, if you want to get with me, hit me on any of those, or hit me on the email. If you want to get at me about some beats though, get at me on that Gmail address, because that'll be the fastest way to get to me. You know what I'm saying? We can work something out. Then I got my homeboy Coldway too. We could probably get you a beat and a record and have you a for real hit. You know what I'm saying?
Young artists out there, y'all trying to get a hit on y'all hands, you definitely want to try to get in contact with Webb and Coldway. These are the young great minds in the game, like I like to say. I thank you so much for doing the interview with me. I appreciate you so much. This has been Webb, producer. Got some dope stuff coming your way. He couldn't give everything away, but we know we got something coming. I thank you so much, man. Salute.